Okay, I want everyone to take out their cell phones. So if you don't have your cell phone today, raise your hand and I will give you a copy of what I made. Okay, everyone has their cell phone. Okay, so I want you to open up your email and go into your emails. You should see an email by me. You know my email, right? And I want you all to look into your email and you should open up an ebook. It should be listed as My First Storybook by Nicole Teacher. Okay, so we're going to look at that today. That's the first thing we're going to do is this is your warm-up. We're going to look over that. You need to work by yourself and I want you to correct everything that is wrong in this story. Okay, so you're going to read the story and then I want you to correct it. Go! Go do it! Alright, so is everyone finished correcting? Okay, I'm going to read the story out loud to all of you. You can make some corrections. And then I'm going to talk about what we're going to do today in our lesson. Okay? So I'm going to read it to you. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful prince and princess. They wanted to get married, but the prince was cursed. The prince turned into a dragon every night. The princess left the prince to find help, so she found a witch and wizard in their hut. The witch and wizard called on a fairy friend. The fairy friend went back to the palace, where they saw the king, queen, and prince. So, the whole point of this is to talk about fairy tales. Now, you've all probably read fairy tales before, I'm sure, but today we're going to focus a lot on European fairy tales and fairy tales from people like, the Grimm's brothers, Hans Christian Andersen, right? So we have these kinds of writers and a lot of British literature that includes things like dragons in a certain sense. Now, I know there are dragons in other cultures, but we're going to talk about dragons in like European literature and fairies and princes and princesses, kings and queens from that area. So that's what we're going to focus on today because I want you all to be able to read this, okay? And I want you to be able to understand the culture behind it as well. So that's what we're going to focus on today. And later on this week, I want you all to make a storybook like this one. This is why I introduced this to you. This website is called mystorybook.com. Everyone, it's mystorybook.com, and you're going to be introduced to it a lot more. Okay, so I'm actually going to teach you about this tomorrow. I'm going to teach you how to use mystorybook.com. You can find it on your cell phone. You can get it on your computer. We just have to sign in and make you an account. So this is mystorybook.com, and I think we're going to move on now. I'm going to read some stories to you. We're going to look at some slides, and then we're going to do some other stuff today to work on your reading and writing. And at the end of the week, you all are going to turn in your storybook for a grade. So I want you to be really creative. I want you to use correct grammar. I want you to use good writing skills. So let's get on that. So I'm going to get our book out and let's get reading. Now that we've read the story, I want to make our own story. So let's make our own story. I've already started it for you. This is the beginning of our word web. So I want to hear some ideas from all of you. So maybe we have like a prince and a princess. Okay. I'm going to put it over here. Do prince and princess. What else? What other characters should we have? So I'm going to put prince and princess over here and we'll add some storylines to that. But what else should we add? I'm going to put this in red. Who should be our villain? Who should be our villain? Okay, I'm hearing a lot of dragons and witches. Maybe I'm hearing a lot of dragons turning into witches. Okay, that sounds a little bit like the Disney. Well, it's a little opposite of Disney, right? The Disney Sleeping Beauty, where the the fairy, the main evil fairy, turns into a dragon. But you did say witch, so we'll say a dragon that turns into a witch. Okay, we'll put that right here. We'll put a dragon witch. Anything else? Okay, so what is our conflict? What is our issue? I mean, obviously we have the dragon witch, but what did the dragon witch do to the prince and princess? Anything? Maybe they maybe they cursed them. Right? Maybe the dragon witch cursed the prince and princess. What did they curse them with? What did they curse them with? They eat too many hamburgers? Okay. So maybe they eat too many hamburgers? Eat? Well, let's make that a little bit bigger. Maybe eat too much. Anything else? Are they beautiful? Are they ugly? Did they make them ugly? The prince is beautiful, but the princess is ugly. Okay. So prince, well, I gotta write that a little bit bigger. The prince is beautiful. Prince is beautiful. And the princess is ugly. Okay? Anything else we want to add? This is a weird word web. Do we want to have a king and queen? King and queen. Okay, we want to have a king and queen. Are the king and queen good or bad? The queen is bad, the king is good. Okay. So I'm going to put our king and queen up here. King and queen. King, bad. No, king, good. Queen, bad. And queen, bad. All right. So we have the prince and princess get cursed with eating too much. The prince is beautiful. The princess is ugly. And they were cursed by a dragon witch. And what about the king and queen? What do they have to do with it? The queen, the queen called upon the dragon witch. Because why? Why? Oh, because she doesn't like the princess. Oh, all right. Well, I think that's a good start on that.